They got a few different names. We're going to talk about the enemy. We're going to talk about the devil. Anyone that, doesn't really, believe or just, lives, I guess you could say, like a secular lifestyle. Like, we all make fun of it. We all mock it. We all sometimes want to gravitate to like cosplay this character of the enemy. I think it's like we focus too much on like the artists themselves and not, like we said, like the what's behind the curtain, what's going on. You know what I mean? Um, and I think, like I said, we're thinking of it like, just this like little like guy like that lets us do whatever we want and like, makes us in. And all these things are true, but we don't talk about the way that it actually affects your life. There are personal attacks being done on you. The enemy is why you're wake up in the middle of the night, night terrors or sweating, and you just have crippling anxiety, dread, fear. You don't even know what you're scared of. The enemy is thoughts in your mind whispering just awful things, that you thought you knew like about yourself, like, like I don't think I want to do these things to myself, but like my conscience is telling me otherwise. It's not your conscience that's telling you all these thoughts. It's also what keeps you chained in your bed for hours. Like, why can't I get up? When you ask yourself in your mind, like, why can't I do these things that I desire to do? Why am I like paralyzed? And what the enemy is what keeps you being with that person that you don't want to be with, or you've been wanting to get away from them. You have this desire to be alone or isolate yourself. You don't want to be in that relationship. You don't want to keep hooking up with that person. Enemy is what keeps you silent from speaking about a certain situation that you need to speak on. Pray for whoever's viewing. I have been there for every single one. Like, these have all happened to me, like every single one. And I feel like I do touch on that, like in my testimony. So why should we care? And like I said, it goes back to, like I said, this is a personal attack on you. We could all sit here and argue about so many different things that happen in our lives, in on the world stage. We can sit and argue about our opinions, our beliefs, and even like those arguments themselves is like a spiritual, like stirring of the pot, spiritual attack on you to make sure that there is like no resolution, there is no actual healing, there's no actual salvation from chaos. Everybody, even you you have a purpose that is specifically, uniquely crafted for you by God. God has something so specific to you, to your persona. You were crafted specifically by Him. He wants you to carry out His will, His perfect intentions, His perfect good plans, so you can help other people. That's why there is so much spiritual warfare happening, because the enemy, the devil, doesn't want that for you, doesn't care for you, doesn't like you, could care less if you died, just wants to make sure that that never happens for you. And and then it also raises the question, like, well, how did this all happen? Like, why am I involved now? Why did I get caught up in this? There's a really good video I watched when I started diving into this, when I started diving into just like learning what it means to have faith and learning what it means like to even understand that Jesus loves me. I just was like, I don't understand didn't get it. It's like dog whistle. Like, I hear it, but like I don't understand. There's a really good video by Bible Animations, and I'm gonna put the title down here, and I think everyone should watch it. And I think it kind of just shows like the full picture of like why it's so necessary to have faith and to read the Bible. I believe it's called The Entire Bible from Satan's Perspective. That's put that way. Like, it all makes so much more sense. Like, you just have a new understanding. I always believed it, but it's like you want to ask, but why? And you want to keep asking why until you just like finally understand. And and I think that's the wonderful thing about God. Like, the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. And it's just like And I think the great thing is that you're allowed to ask questions. You're allowed. And I think any religion doesn't let you ask questions is, you know, I don't know. I don't know about that. You should be able to ask questions. We have free will. We do. And that's also a big part of this too. Because obviously people do crazy things with their free will.